I'm Rachel Stern.
And I'm Ksenia M. Soboleva.
And we are the recipients of the 2023 Guest Curatorial Open Call.
One Shouldn't Look at Anything is a line from Oscar Wilde's play, Salome. In the play, the characters are constantly warning each other against looking, against the act of looking. There are characters that are looking at Salome, and they are warned that they should not look at her. They look too much at her. And so this really exposes the danger of looking. And this is what's interesting to me about Rachel's work, is that the space of looking becomes both a space of desire and a space of danger. And it is inherently a space of desire because there is a distance, and Rachel's work really activates that space in between, that distance. I think of Rachel's work as a visual translation of Oscar Wilde. So we decided that would be the title of the show, and there is one photograph that actually features that line.
There's like a lot of conflict in the play, so the whole play is about getting what you want and destroying the thing you want in the process of getting it. And so the idea that we're inviting you into an exhibition to look at photographs and telling you not to look, and that within the photographs, most of the subjects have this direct gaze looking through the camera back at the audience. So you're being looked at. There's all of this like exchange in the power of looking. And I think as a photographer, that's one of the most intoxicating parts of the process, is getting to like look through this little magical black tunnel, have the privacy of a camera in front of you, and be able to really indulge in like really looking at someone, which was such a beautiful thing that I got to do with all of my subjects, was like invite them in and have them allow me to really look at them. And at the same time, I feel afraid to really look at people sometimes, especially people that I desire, you know? That feeling like when you have a crush on someone and you just can't bear looking at them because so much would be exposed in that gesture. And so I think the title does this double-edged thing. It's like, whatever you do, don't look at anything. And of course, it's like, you have to see it with that negation. The process of making the photographs is actually a really exciting part of this project for me. I've always been a process-oriented person, but these pictures are so much about their construction, which is a little bit new. I really thought about, for the first time in my process, the space really between my subject and the lens, whereas prior to this body of work, I was really thinking about like a stage set around a subject. So in each photograph that I made, I was really thinking about how can I complicate the actual construction in the studio of suspending the letters, or using incense smoke, or creating different distortions through altering the planes between the camera, the plexiglass, and the wall. And it was a really fun, very process-based project for me, which was really exciting. Working with Ksenia and having a curator for this project has been like an incredible experience for me. And having a person who is there to like help me think through things. We had such a long time to actually like work on the project together too. She was with me as we decided who we were going to photograph and how many still lives and all of these sort of structural questions, thinking about the color, introducing me to scholars along the way to help me think through the process. Like, that is unprecedented for me and something I'm just incredibly grateful for. To have somebody write about my work, I mean, like, honestly, like, that's something you search for in your whole career.
I think a lot about language, and I think a lot about translation. And particularly, I'm interested in the moments where language fails. And I think in this work, it is purposefully difficult to read. It is purposely difficult to decipher. And I think that the experience of language, when you have a crush on someone, when you're rejected by someone, when you're chasing this thing that is going to destroy you once you get it, or destroy the thing in order to get it, the way that you experience language is disorienting and explosive. And so Rachel's way of attaching the letters to both the plexi and of incorporating the letters into the set, the sort of disorienting way that you then read it, is more accurate to the experience of language, if that makes sense. I think working with Baxter Street has been really amazing, just to have this amount of time to work on a show, to have a budget, to have somebody else do the logistical part, make the graphics for you, promote it. The Baxter Street team is incredible. I feel like that they really understood the work. And, we came in and we were like, we're going to have about 70 pieces hung salon style. There's going to be wallpaper. There's one day of install. And they were like, great, sounds wonderful. And we just felt really supported every step of the way.
One of the oldest continually operating art institutions in the country, one of the longest standing photography institutions in the world. It's so exciting for me to be able to be part of that. But then to actually be here, also as a professor, something I speak to my students about a lot, any opportunity to share your work with the public is more than most people who make art will ever be able to achieve. And I am so keenly aware of how precious this is, to be able to share these pictures with my community, to be able to invite strangers and my family and my colleagues in and participate in this. It's it actually means the world to me, and I have felt so supported. We love Baxter Street.
We love Baxter Street.
Forever. My advice to young artists is to do it, and do it now, and do more, and do all of it, and don't wait. Hold nothing back. Use every resource you can. There's nothing to wait for.
Don't just go to openings. Go to talks. Go to artist talks. Go to curators talks. Discourse is important, and it can be really inspiring, and you can take away a lot for your own work. And so collaborate, create opportunities for yourself and for others. Have some fun with it.
Be present, do it all. There is no win, there is no fail, there is only make. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Give me a little kiss. That's cute. We try and keep it cute.
We keep it cute.